16U versus Simcoe, game 2, period 1. Marco on the draw, loses. And chip out play. This one's good too. Yeah. Yeah. She's just giving me good tasting jelly beans. Sorry. All right, Marco loses the draw again. Comes back down deep. Drew to it. Comes off his stick. He takes a hit. Marco tries to hit Coulter. Misses, and it comes all the way down for an ice. That's cool. And all sorts of false starting. Marco wins to J-Lo. J-Lo kicks it forward. Has a step on the D. Shot right into the logo. Save. Marco loses the draw. Comes out in front. Coulter can't quite get it. Dana tries to hold it on the point, but it comes out. Goes the other way. Drew's in a race. Drew's going to shoulder him off, take the puck with ease. Drew up to Marco. Marco comes the other way with Coulter. Cuts the same direction as Coulter. Tries to center it to him. Doesn't go. Connor swipes it back. It's bouncing around in feet. Comes to Simcoe. They clear it out of the zone. Goes all the way down. They're going to wave off icing because Drew was able to get there first. Drew pauses, delays, shoots it right into the shin pad. They go right in front of the net. Saved by Vaughn. Hit by Drew. Simcoe still has possession of the puck. Goes through Bailiff, but Judah is able to pick it up. Judah over to Parker. Parker shot save. There we are. And Mr. Bailiff cleans up the trash. Moose go up 1-0. Goal by Bailiff. Assist by Parker. We have 17, 3, 90, 21, and 41. .17 still left in the first. Liam to the dot. Liam will give him the win. Comes back to Manch. Manch to Liam. Comes back to Manch. Comes back to Manch. Goes back to Liam. Over to Parker. Parker pauses. Parker carries. Parker turns. Parker dumps. Manch holds it in on the point. Tries the cross corner dump. Simcoe's there for it. Hit by Judah. Knocks it free for Manch. Manch to Liam. But Liam's 1T pass doesn't work. Judah with a hit behind the play. Comes back. Bailiff says, "That's all you, Parker." Hit by Manch. Hit by Liam. Manch swiped it away, but we can't get possession, but it does go out of the zone. Good stick by Bailiff. Knocks it down deep. They go for the change. Vaughn saves, kicks it free, goes to Nolan. Simcoe did a full line change. That's why we had some room. Nolan loses it in the neutral zone. Comes back to Gaby. Gaby over to Connor. Connor's pass to Nolan gets intercepted. Connor with a hit. Connor with a push. Kicks it free. Ooh, everyone's falling. Puck comes out to Gaby. Gaby to the corner. Cam takes it back to Gaby. And Gaby is going to go back behind the net where it's safe. Pass gets intercepted, goes through Nolan. Cam swipes it out to center. And Cam knocked it back deep. I don't think I caught that. Good intercept by Morgan. Morgan carries. Morgan shoots, save. Had a little bit of daylight in the 5, but the goalie did a good job of covering it up. Morgan swipes it back down deep. Zach in pursuit. Marco takes it. Marco can't get through the traffic. It's coming the other way. Parker takes it away, chips it down. No ice. It jumps, comes back to Parker. Parker dumps it down deep, joins the forecheck. Zach with a hit, leaves it for Parker. Parker off Marco to Drew. Drew across to Morgan. Morgan across to Parker. Parker's shot gets blocked. Parker holds the point, loses the puck. Marco whacking at it. Drew whacked at it. Simcoe is able to maintain possession, get it dumped down deep. Comes to Marco. Marco off the ref. Marco with a big old hit. Drew tries to chip it up, but not out. Saved by Vaughn. Drew with a hit. Marco swipes it free. Dumps it cross corner. Drew in on the forecheck. Drew with a hit. Connor falls down. Lopez, no stick. Blocked off by Liam. Liam rims it around to Coulter. Coulter delays. Gets it to Lopez. Lopez right in front. There's a save. I think that Lopez's shot actually went in on net and that it bounced on Liam, but I'll have to double check. One of the two of them got a shot. Off of Connor's stick, still in his skates. They're fighting for it. It comes back down to Liam. Liam carries through center, using Bailiff as a screen. And shoots it over the net. Comes to Coulter. Coulter, little too far for Dana. They pass around. We run into each other. Breakaway. And goal. 1-1. 15:26 left in the first off a breakaway goal. And 41-8, 22-3, and I'll have to figure out who the other one was. Actually, I think it was 22-90. I'm gonna have to go back and look. They all changed immediately. It's hard to see. Nolan comes out, goes to the dot. He's got Judah and Bailiff. And it comes to Simcoe. Goes through everybody, comes back to Gaby. Gaby rims it around. Comes to Judah. Judah gets it to Bailiff. Bailiff back to Judah. Judah has it knocked off his stick, comes the other way. Comes to Gaby, goes to Parker. Parker gets stripped. And there it goes. Simcoe's going to get a penalty for tripping Parker. Vaughn made a valiant effort getting all the way back to the bench, but he got there just as Simcoe touched the puck. Oh well. Good skating, Vaughn. Marco comes to the dot. He's got Lopez and Coulter with him with Drew and Parker. It's rimmed around. Parker is able to hold on the point. Parker down to Coulter. Coulter. Pass to Marco. Gets blocked off, but it comes to Drew. Drew underneath. He went to Lopez. Lopez went to Parker. Uh-oh. Finally, it's knocked free, and Coulter takes it. Carries underneath. He takes a hit, loses the puck. Comes to Drew at center. Drew turns it around. Pass gets intercepted. Marco takes it. Marco's going to carry. Marco's can't get it through the contact. Drew with a hit. Comes back to Lopez. Lopez back to Connor. Connor misses Coulter. Coulter blocks it on the point. Coulter with a hit. Drew with a hit. Comes back down to Lopez. I don't know how much of this that you guys can see. Coulter sent it across to Marco. Marco across to Drew. Down to Lopez. Lopez centering pass to Coulter doesn't go, and it gets sent all the way down. 25 seconds remaining in the penalty. Vaughn comes out to play, gets it to Connor. Connor gets it to Drew. Drew gets to Coulter. Oh, almost gets to Coulter. It gets poked away. Stolen by Simcoe. They come the other way. Makes a move. Luckily, Drew swipes it away. Coulter. Coulter. Pass misses everybody, and ice. Power play has expired. Still 1-1. 12:33 remaining in the first. Liam got it to Jason, then Connor got it back to Jason. Jason carries it on the side. It's put in the wall. Maintains possession. Cam takes it to Liam. Liam gets through. Can't get a shot off Jason. Comes to Cam. Jason. Cam with a hit. Liam. Connor steps. Connor makes a move. Comes back. Shot. Oh my gosh, that went in. Vaughn gets beat on a low shot. 12, 11, 16, 90, and 41. All right, Simcoe now up 2-1. 11:47 left. Nolan loses the draw. Gaby intercepts. Gaby to Morgan. Morgan gets intercepted. Comes back to Gaby. Parker to Morgan. Morgan cross to Parker. Gaby with a hit. Nolan with a hit behind the play. Morgan takes it. Morgan's going to dump it in deep. Zach's going to go in. He's got Morgan behind him. Passes to him. We got Nolan in the center. Shot gets blocked. Hit by Parker. Hit by Parker. Marco tried to chip free. Comes to Zach. Zach, long shot, misses the net. Marco can't quite get there. Takes the puck. Spins, shoots. Loose, loose, loose. And, all right, so whatever was going on in front of the net. All right, so it looks like they took them both. Okay. So whatever happened in front of Simcoe's net, both players get penalties. It's 5-on-5. Face off at center. Marco loses the draw. Intercept by Coulter. Coulter shot misses the net. Judah shot misses the net. Connor's going to step, turn. Gets it over to Drew. Drew, too many dangles. Marco takes it away. Pass gets blocked. Judah gets there first. Makes a move as he comes in. Marco gets it to Dana. Dana self-pass. Coulter takes it, tries to center to Judah, doesn't work. Marco gets it there first. His pass gets intercepted. He gets it back, misses the net. Shot and score. All right, 3-1 Simcoe. 8:51, 16, and I don't know, everyone else got off the ice. All right, Kessie's going to go in net. 4 shots, 3 goals for young Mr. Vaughn. Put Kessie in. Probably talk to Vaughn a little bit, see if we can get his head right. Liam comes out. Liam loses the draw. Jason momentarily knocked it free. Lopez gets it up to Liam, but Liam can't hold on. Saved by Kessie. Missed the net. Comes to Parker. Parker stops. Parker bounce pass goes through Lopez, but luckily it comes to Jason. Jason makes a move. Jason centers. Liam just can't put it in the back of the net. Good save by the goalie. It comes all the way down for an icing. Kessie was in for a second. He made a save or two. So they probably pulled Vaughn out just to talk to him, see where his head's at. Yeah. All right, Liam wins it back to Parker. Parker's shot gets blocked by Jason. Comes to Manch, but outside the zone. Manch over to Parker. Parker up to Jason. Jason across to Lopez. Lopez, tries for Jason. Goalie is able to stop it instead. So Vaughn's back in the net after a check-in from Reese. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was on you guys. Jason thought he was supposed to come back out. He goes back to the bench. We're good. He said, okay, we're good now? Now we're good. All right, Nolan wins it to Lopez. Lopez, Manch misses it at the point. Comes back. He collects, makes a move. Bounce pass, doesn't go. shot blocked by Manch. Lopez takes it, goes to Parker. Parker goes 2-on-2, Parker and Cam. Crisscross, shot. Cam to it, looking to walk to the front of the net. Gets a shot off. It was in Nolan's feet. He didn't know where it was. That's a slashing penalty in all the other games. All right. Gaby chips it up to Lopez, bounces on him. Cam gets it, dumps it down deep. Hit by Lopez. In the ref skates. Knocked away by Lope. Goes to Morgan. Morgan to Drew. Drew loses it. Comes the other way. Gaby with it, even though Drew thought he had it. Now Drew has it. Drew with a pass behind the net. Goes to Gaby. Gaby to Marco. Marco to Drew. Drew's pass gets intercepted. Shot and score. Man, Cor Vaughn is not seeing the puck tonight. 6-shot, 5th goal. All right, Kessie comes back out again. 22 to 96, 51. Full boat change. Liam comes to Judah. Judah falls. Bailiff knocks it away. Bailiff back to Manch. Manch across to Connor. Connor loses the puck. Gets it back. Misses Judah. Weird bounce off the stanchion. Manch has to get there first through Bailiff, but it bounces out of the zone. Comes to Dana. Pass doesn't go, but Manch gets it. Manch stands on the pass. Gets back to it. It bounces to Judah. Judah gets it to Bailiff. Bailiff shot, save. Nolan loses the draw. Comes around to Coulter. Coulter up to Drew. Drew luckily maintains possession, walks down. Nobody goes up and covers for him. Up, Coulter does. Comes around. Comes to Parker. Parker bounce pass to Drew. Drew tries to chip it in. Doesn't really go. Drew with it. Drew with a hit after he loses the puck. Drew with a hit after he loses the puck. It's underneath me. Lopez comes out with it. Lopez to Coulter. Coulter dumps it in. Lopez takes it behind the net, gets it to Coulter. Coulter tries the shot off the goalie, gets it back, puts it back down deep. Lopez can't get it. Coulter working Marco with a hit. Whew. Marco with an awkward fall. He's okay. It's Parker dumping it back in. Hit by Marco. And then it goes into the bench. Marco knocks it forward to himself. Cam with a hit. Comes to Jason. Jason puts on the brakes, hits the ref. Shot, glove save. Yeah, he was trying to get that to Cam, but the ref was in the way, so he's like, you know what? Rip. Good save by the goalie. Marco loses the draw. Comes around to Connor. Connor looking for Marco's stick, doesn't work. Comes to Jason. Jason centering pass gets blocked. Cam takes it out of the pile. He rims it up to Connor. Connor, low shot, gets deflected back. Cam to Jason. Jason's centering pass doesn't go, but he gets it back. In the feet. Takes a weird bounce as they try and clear. Then it comes to Gaby. Oh, shit. What are we doing here? All right, some tripod issues. I think I got them squared away now. All right, comes around the back of the net. Comes around the other side. Down the wall. Liam knocks it away. Comes to Cam. Cam to Jason. Jason falls. Goes down cross corner. Comes to Connor. Connor's pass doesn't go. Good stick by Liam, but it doesn't come out. Hit by Liam. Knocks it free for Lopez. Lopez on one knee. Tries to get it. Doesn't go. Gaby gets it. His pass doesn't go. Comes back down to Connor. Connor's pass gets intercepted. Shot saved by Kessie. Coulter tries to chip it around a little bit too far. Lopez knocks it away, or frees it up, either way. Maintains possession, tries to get through, doesn't work. Bounces back to Manch. Manch, bounce pass to Drew. Drew just bounces it out of the zone. Intercept by Nolan, delays, gets onside, but can't get through for Lopez with a hit, comes back to Manch. Manch back to Drew. Drew's pass doesn't work, comes back to Manch. Manch up to Drew, delayed offsides. Drew's going to take the time. Up to Coulter. Coulter gets it, kicks it to Manch coming. Manch turns, shot, save, bounces up in the air, comes to Nolan. Nolan's pass doesn't go. 26 seconds left. Drew knocks it back down. Coulter with a hit. Pinned against the wall. Zach in to help. 10 seconds. Shoot! Shot. And save with 0.8 seconds to go. Yeah, I agree with that kid. The Simcoe kid's yelling at his coach. He goes, "Why are we changing? There's 0.8 seconds left." Marco loses the draw, and that's the end of the period. Simcoe up 4-1 with only 10 shots on goal. 16U versus Simcoe, game 2, period 2. Moose down 4-1. Lopez, or I'm sorry, that was Liam at the draw to Lopez, to Coulter. Coulter picks it up, curls back around. Lopez picks it up. Lopez gets a low shot off. Coulter gets it free, goes around Lopez, kicks it to the center, but it goes Simcoe, who clears it all the way back. Drew picks it up. Ooh, it sticks right on the wet ice, and Vaughn jumps out to cover it. Marco goes to Bailiff. Bailiff goes to Judah. Judah goes to Parker. Parker to Bailiff. Oh, almost gets his second of the game. Marco on net. Comes to Judah. Judah tries the center, doesn't go. Gets knocked away, comes to Manch. Manch loses it at the blue, but Judah's there to pick it up. Down on one knee, can't get the pass to Parker. Parker with a hit below me. Marco swipes it away. Marco chipped it, but couldn't get it out. Comes back around. Vaughn out to play. Bounces on Manch. Woo! That was scurry. Shot save. Comes out to Judah. Bounces to Marco. Marco to Judah. Judah wasn't expecting it, so Drew takes it. Drew loses it at the blue. Off cam stick to Nolan. Nolan gets tipped. Off cam stick. He gets it over to Jason. Got stuck in the ref, and then Wolf tried to swing it down deep. Nolan in pursuit. It was in Drew's feet. Comes the other way. Uh-oh. Save. I think it went Vaughn post. Drew tries to get it around, gets it to himself, then he gets to Cam. Cam crossed to Drew, but they were offside. Liam goes to Morgan. Morgan dumps it down deep. Liam with a hit. Knocks the puck free, gets it to Gaby. Gaby with a shot. Comes out to Connor. Cross corner dump with authority. Bounces all the way out to the dots. Simcoe misses their pass, but no ice for some reason. Manch falls. Zach gets it across to Morgan. Morgan stands on the pass, turns it over. Connor gets it to Morgan. Morgan can't hold on. Gets sent back down to Dana. Dana bounce pass, just misses Morgan. Comes all the way down. Lopez pokes it around himself. Up to Connor. Save. Man steps. Man shot gets blocked. Hit by Marco. Takeaway by Connor. Shot by Connor into the glove. Marco comes back to Parker. Parker across to Drew. It's knocked off Drew's stick. Marco chips it back down, goes to Lopez. Lopez across to nobody. Stick in Lopez's neck, but he just calmly hands it back. Breakaway for Simcoe. Good stick by Drew. Ron gives him a little shove. Parker up to Lopez. Nets off. Coulter misses the net. Comes around to Parker. Jumps on him, but he gets it back. Turns and fires. Glove save, even though that was going to go over the net. Faux show. If it makes you happy, I keep burping and tasting liver and onions.
Yeah, I got a flavor right now too. I was hoping it was cappuccino, to be honest.
No. Marco wins it back, but it goes off Parker's stick. Vaughn, he's mad. He's playing aggressive. Parker's still trying to get it free. Drew's in there trying to help. Comes out to Simcoe. Hit by Parker. Intercept by Lopez. It goes to Drew. Drew's going to carry. Drew's going to shoot. And goalie's going to glove. Nolan was on the draw, but they're going to say, let's do that again. Fancy. Nolan wins it to Judah. Oops. But it comes the other way. Vaughn's just going to cover. Manch is going to protect. We're going to do a face-off. All right, Nolan gets to the Bailiff. Bailiff tries for Judah. Judah with the skate gets it in on net. Goalie's going to cover it. Nolan holds up, and Judah takes it. Low shot. Simcoe somehow comes out of that with possession. Parker had it, gets knocked off, goes to Gaby. Gaby chips it. Can't get it out, doesn't get it to Judah. Nolan trips that guy. Saved by Vaughn. Saved by Vaughn. Saved by Vaughn. Holy crap. Comes out of the zone. Down to their end. Hit by Jason. Parker takes it, carries in the middle. Parker's shot misses the net, takes a weird bounce. Liam tries to grab it, comes the other way. They dump it down. Connor to it first. Connor bounces off Jason. He gets to it again. Can't quite hit Liam. Comes to Parker. Parker turns it over. Dana was down to block the shot. Comes across to the other side. Hit by Parker. Liam in to help. Comes around. Cam trips a kid. Parker hits it up to Jason. Jason can't quite hold on. Still pursuing. Drew takes it away. Drew shot and save. Marco on the draw. Finally comes to Morgan. Morgan can't hold on, but takes it back. Gets it to Connor. Connor with a shot that's tipped by Marco, misses the net. Connor steps, bounces on him. Morgan gets there and dumps it down deep. Hit by Zach. Gets it to Marco. Marco's trying to walk through. Comes to Morgan. Comes out to center. Marco misses the net. Zach's pass gets intercepted. Gets whacked free. Comes to Drew. Drew delays. Waits. Looks. Gets to Morgan. Morgan goes across to Zach. He dumps it in. Hit by Marco. Lopez has it underneath. Goes to Coulter. Coulter gets it to Drew. Drew carries in. Drew shot save. Drew shot miss. And icing is the call. Nolan on the draw. Coulter knocks it around. Off Lopez's stick comes to Parker. Parker with a shot. Nolan with a hit. Lopez with a hit. Coulter's pass misses. Comes to Manch. Manch misses Coulter. Ooh. They missed the pass. Lopez just kind of chips it in. Goalie plays it out. A dangerous play. Comes to Manch. Lopez chips it up. Goes to Liam. Liam tries to make a move around. Falls, but Lopez picks it up. Lopez shot gets blocked. Misses Parker. He's in a race. Gaby swipes the puck away. Liam with a hit knocks it free for Gaby. Gaby chips it around. Doesn't chip it around. Comes back. Coulter with it. Coulter stops. Coulter fires a pass to Liam. Liam and Lopez collide. Puck goes off Parker's skates. He grabs it. He delays. He tries to make a move around, gets it to Lopez, who puts it back up, turns it over. He walks through, mini breakaway, shot misses the net. Parker with a hit. Lopez chips it up. He goes down. He gets it out of the zone. Sent back around. Gaby's gonna get there at the same time. I was gonna say first, but Judah has it. Gaby took it off Judah's stick. Marco misses bailiff. They send it back, comes to Marco. Marco across to Gaby. Gaby's pass gets blocked. Marco with a hit. Parker with a hit. Marco pulls the puck free. Looking for Judah. Just misses. Comes back to Parker. Parker to Bailiff. Bailiff across to Judah. Judah's pass gets blocked. Bounces in the corner. Hit by Bailiff. Comes free to Simcoe. Intercepted by Marco underneath and put back in. Goes to Nolan. To Manch. Manch cross to Drew. Offside. Get back on. How's that guy back there going to call offsides?
He was right.
I know, but the guy on the line didn't call it.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just saying, like, the guy on the line doesn't call it, the guy way back here. Nolan to Dana. Nolan, Dana. Dana comes around, tries the wrap, doesn't work. It's in Cam's skates. Cam with a shot, bounces around. Nolan's on the goalie in the net. And icing is called. Nolan loses the draw. Gets rimmed around slowly. Drew's going to step Cam with a hit. Make sure Drew gets the puck. Cam down to Drew. No, other way around. Drew down to Cam. Goes to Connor. Connor's pass doesn't go. Intercepted by Jason. Jason carries down. Jason in the center to Connor. Connor with a goal. 4-2. 16 from 11. 12, 2, and 11. All right, 4-2 with 7:58 remaining in the second. Liam to the dot. Liam kicks it around to Simcoe. Morgan knocks it to Zach. Zach says, let's not go offside, and does by accident. All right, everybody went, and the ref didn't drop the puck. Liam loses the draw. Jason over to Parker. Parker off Zach. Jason knocks it to the corner. Jason knocks it to Liam. Liam to Morgan. Morgan to Zach as he's falling, and he kicks it to Liam, who's looking in the stands for some reason. Parker holds momentarily at the point. Goes down deep. Liam with a hit. Comes to Zach. Zach up to Jason on the point. Over to Parker. Parker with a shot. Save. Morgan gets it back to Parker. Parker walks. Shot gets blocked. Zach looking for Parker. Parker chips it down. Gets intercepted. Comes the other way. Ooh. Vaughn with a nice save. Comes to Liam. Loses it. Goes to Jason. Jason to Liam. Liam tries to leave it for Coulter. Doesn't work. Goes back goalie out to play. Zach in pursuit. Coulter takes it. Coulter. Shot. Save. .6:16 remaining. Marco wins it back to Drew. Drew to Coulter. Coulter to Lopez. Lopez fans on the shot. Comes the other way. Coulter racing. Coulter, he's going to go. Coulter's going to go for a hold. All right, so 5:58 to go. Simcoe up by 2. Now go to the power play with Coulter in the box for holding. Judah comes to the dot with Parker, Drew, and Bailiff. Judah wins it back to Parker. Parker sends it into the bench. Judah loses the draw. Bounces over the line. Bailiff in pursuit. And Parker misses Drew, but gets it down to their end. Judah knocks it away, sends it all the way down. Ooh, Parker decides to shoot on Vaughn, and Vaughn decides to cover it. All right, Drew and Parker remain. Connor and Cam come out at forward. So Connor is going to go to the dot for the faceoff. One of the Simcoe players falls, going back to the bench. Everyone laughs. No one saw it. Connor ties him up, but loses. Connor intercepts, spins, and gets it all the way down. Cam in his F1. Bounces to Drew. Drew sends it back down. Goalie out to play. Dana's going to come in as F1. Parker intercepts on the point. Gets it to himself, walks in, shoots. Glove save. But good opportunity on the PK. .30 seconds remain in the penalty. defense switches. We now have Jan at D with Manch. And everybody goes. Again, the ref never dropped the puck. Connor loses the draw. Connor swipes at it, intercepts it, tries to get it back down. Gets it back into the zone. They're just content to waste clock. 5 seconds left on the penalty. Knocked by Cam, but goes back to Simcoe. Knocked by Connor, goes back to Simcoe. Coulter out of the box. Jason's pass doesn't go. Right out front, saved by Vaughn. Vaughn says, "Get out of my crease." Connor puts his hands up. Connor, you can't skate after someone and put your hands up. All right. Nolan. We're going to give him a win for that. Morgan chips it out. Can't quite get it after he does. Knocks it away again. Knocks it away again. Zach in pursuit. Off Zach to Morgan. Morgan tries to get it to him. Doesn't go, but Nolan intercepts. Can't get through the traffic. Comes around the other side. Drew's going to step. Drew loses it. Hit by Zach. Leaves it for Morgan. Morgan whiffs on it, but it comes back to Jason. Knocked off Jason's stick. Comes back to Drew. 2:55 left. Drew to Jason. Oops. Jason's pass doesn't go. It's pinned. Nolan tries to pull it free, but it goes to Simcoe. Good stick by Drew. Self pass around. He's going to carry. He gets intercepted. Big hit by Drew. Comes back to Liam. Liam through center. Drew helps him out. Shot. Save. Now, Dave, from what I've heard, there are other areas of the goal beside the glove hand. I've heard rumors. Right. It's true. Liam gets to Lopez. Lopez to Parker. Parker's 1T gets ramped up out of play. Liam. Still loose, still loose, still loose. Lopez to Liam, and then right in between both the D, comes all the way back into our zone. Parker to it with one screeching. Gets it around to Drew. Drew to Liam, Liam back to Drew. Drew carries, tries to get around one, can't get around two. Loses the puck. Comes around to Parker. Parker loses it. Parker with a hit. Knocks it back free. Liam rims it around. Lopez, self-pass. Carries through center. Tries to get it to Coulter. Gets intercepted. Parker is able to stop it on the blue line. Parker shot. And glove save. It's more chest. It's more chest, Parker. Parker was complaining that the goalie gloves everything, that he shot it blocker side and he still gloved it. But shot it more center chest. But yeah, the goalie does glove everything. We've got a minute and 11 left. All right, with a timeout called, Reese is going to pull out the whiteboard and say, here's how we score 2 goals in a minute and 11 seconds, despite the fact that we're being outshot by a lot. Yep. We are not missing the net as much as we normally do. This is a positive. Yep. We're taking, let's put him in the glove with no rebound, not let's shoot it low for a rebound goal. All right. Vaughn is out of the net. 6 skaters come to the dot. We've got Marco taking the face off. We've got Connor, Drew, Bailiff, Judah, and Jason. Jason and Drew switch. Marco wins it. Comes over to Drew by Connor. Shot. And it's saved. He has it in his glove. It's a nice setup, though. .105 now. Marco comes back to the face-off circle. He loses that one. Comes out. Jason's able to hold it on the point. Gets it across to Drew. Drew with a shot. And guess what? It goes into his glove. He's like, I don't even do kick saves. I just whoop. Marco back to Connor. Connor to Jason, but it bounces out of the zone. He's got to recover. Goes back to Connor. Connor's shot gets blocked. Connor gets it. Then it gets sent all the way down for an icing. 33 remain. They did let 2 seconds run off the clock after the whistle was blown. That's the 2 seconds that would have made the difference. I'm kidding. Marco loses the draw. Goes off Coulter on the boards. Big hit by Parker. Coulter picks it up, but outside. Goes to Drew. Drew carries, holds it on the point, but it gets sent all the way down. And icing, 17 seconds left. Marco's going to come out. Liam's going to go in. Marco's shaking his head. Head up, buddy. You did a good job. Liam loses the draw. It gets sent, all the way down for an icing. Misses the net. 11.9 seconds left. Coulter at the dot. Coulter wins it back, goes to Parker. Parker across to Drew. Drew shot over the net. Bounce off the stanchion, comes to Parker. Parker with a shot. Oh, bounces free. Liam, save. Yeah, here we go. All right. Game over. Moose loses 4-2.